We're diving into a dramatic and highly discussed moment from the ongoing conflict in Eastern Europe. Footage that appears to show a Ukrainian fighter jet intercepting and destroying a cruise missile in midair, and then later striking what is believed to be a drone base. This kind of footage doesn't just capture attention because of the explosions or the speed of the jets. It captures attention because it represents a major shift in modern warfare. A battlefield where air defense, precision strikes, drones, and split-second decisions define survival. Let's break down what we're seeing, why it matters, and what it tells us about the current state of the war. In the first part of the footage, we see a Ukrainian jet moving at high speed, flying low but controlled. The camera angle suggests this may have been captured either from another aircraft, a helmet-mounted camera, or possibly a ground-based tracking system. Moments later, a cruise missile appears in the frame. Cruise missiles are designed to be difficult targets. They fly at relatively low altitudes, follow terrain contours, and are programmed to evade radar detection. They are not slow, clumsy projectiles. They are precise, fast, and deadly. What makes this interception remarkable is timing. Intercepting a cruise missile with a fighter jet is not simple. Ground-based air defense systems like surfaced, where missiles are typically used to shoot down incoming cruise missiles. Fighter jets can intercept them, but that requires accurate detection, rapid deployment, and precise targeting. The pilot must identify the missile, lock on, and fire, all within a very short window. In the clip, the Ukrainian jet closes in quickly. There's a brief moment of alignment, then a missile launches from the aircraft. Seconds later, a mid-air explosion confirms the intercept. The cruise missile is destroyed before reaching its intended target. This kind of interception demonstrates coordination between radar operators, command centers, and pilots. It also suggests that Ukraine's air defense network is functioning in an integrated way. Fighter jets are not operating blindly. They are being guided, and that matters. Cruise missiles are often used to strike infrastructure, power plants, command centers, supply depots. By intercepting one mid-flight, the Ukrainian Air Force not only prevents potential damage, but also sends a signal. The airspace is contested. But the story doesn't end there. The second part of the footage shows what appears to be a strike on a drone base. Drones have become one of the most defining elements of this conflict. They are used for reconnaissance, artillery spotting, kamikaze attacks, and long-range strikes. Some are small and difficult to detect. Others are larger, carrying significant explosive payloads. A drone base is not just a launch point. It's a hub of logistics, communication equipment, operators, fuel storage, and maintenance infrastructure. Striking such a base disrupts more than just a few drones. It disrupts operations. In the video, the jet appears to approach at high speed. There is a release, possibly a guided bomb or missile, followed by a visible explosion on the ground. Smoke rises. Secondary explosions may indicate stored ammunition or fuel igniting. This suggests a precision strike rather than a random bombing run. Modern fighter jets rely heavily on precision-guided munitions. GPS-guided bombs, laser-guided missiles, and advanced targeting pods allow pilots to hit specific coordinates with high accuracy. That reduces the number of sorties needed and increases mission effectiveness. What stands out in this sequence is the combination of defensive and offensive operations within a short time frame. First, intercepting a missile, then striking a strategic target. It demonstrates flexibility, and flexibility is crucial in modern warfare. Let's talk about the aircraft itself. Ukraine has primarily operated Soviet-era fighter jets, such as the MiG-29 and Su-27. Over time, these aircraft have been modified and upgraded. Western supplied weapons have reportedly been integrated into some of these platforms. This creates a hybrid capability, older airframes paired with newer technology. That hybridization is significant. It shows adaptability. Instead of waiting for entirely new fleets, existing jets are being upgraded to carry modern missiles and guided bombs. That extends their operational life and enhances their battlefield relevance. Intercepting a cruise missile requires radar tracking and targeting systems capable of distinguishing fast-moving objects against ground clutter. Hitting a drone base requires accurate intelligence, knowing where the base is located, what defenses protect it, and the best approach vector. None of this happens in isolation. Behind every jet in the sky is a network of intelligence gathering. Satellite imagery, drone reconnaissance, signal interception, human intelligence, all of it feeds into mission planning. The footage may look like a simple sequence of events, but it represents layers of coordination. There's also a psychological dimension. When footage of a cruise missile being intercepted circulates publicly, it reassures civilians and boosts morale. It tells the population that defenses are working. It also sends a message to the opposing side that their expensive, sophisticated weapons are not guaranteed to succeed. Similarly, footage of a drone base being struck signals vulnerability. Drone warfare has been used extensively to target infrastructure and military positions. Destroying a drone base is both a tactical move and a symbolic one. It says, "We can reach you. Now, let's discuss the risks involved for the pilot." Intercept missions are high pressure. A cruise missile may be heading toward a populated area. The timeline is compressed. There is little room for error. The pilot must balance speed with accuracy. Flying low to intercept can expose the aircraft to ground-based air defenses. Flying high makes detection easier. Every approach involves trade-offs. Then, transitioning from a defensive intercept to an offensive strike means potentially entering contested airspace. Enemy radar systems, anti-aircraft artillery, and surface-where missile batteries pose constant threats. The fact that the jet completes both actions suggests either effective suppression of enemy air defenses or careful route planning to minimize exposure. This also reflects evolving tactics. At the start of the conflict, air operations were more constrained due to dense air defense coverage on both sides. Over time, tactics have adapted. Pilots may use terrain masking, electronic countermeasures, or stand-off weapons to reduce risk. Stand-off weapons allow aircraft to release munitions from a distance, avoiding the need to fly directly over heavily defended targets. If the strike on the drone base was conducted using such a weapon, it would demonstrate strategic caution. Another important aspect is the growing integration of drones and jets in combined operations. Ironically, drones may have helped locate the drone base. Surveillance drones can identify launch sites, track supply movements, and relay coordinates. Fighter jets can then deliver heavier ordnance to destroy the site. This interplay between unmanned and manned systems defines modern battlefields. There is also the technological arms race. Cruise missiles are designed to evade detection. Air defenses evolve to detect them. Drones become smaller and more numerous. Counter-drone systems become more sophisticated. Electronic warfare becomes more prominent. The interception we see is part of that ongoing cycle. From a broader perspective, this footage underscores the importance of air superiority, or at least air denial. Full air superiority may not be achieved by either side, but the ability to contest airspace, intercept threats, and conduct targeted strikes is crucial. Air superiority doesn't just mean having more jets. It means having better coordination, faster decision-making, and resilient infrastructure. Let's consider the operational implications. If cruise missiles are being intercepted more frequently by aircraft, it may indicate improvements in detection systems. That could reduce the effectiveness of future missile barrages. If drone bases are being targeted successfully, the opposing side may be forced to relocate them more frequently, increasing logistical strain. War is often a contest of sustainability. Destroying a drone base isn't just about the immediate explosion. It's about disrupting supply chains, forcing resource reallocation, and increasing operational costs. There's also a training factor. Pilots conducting these missions must be highly trained. Intercepting a cruise missile requires precision flying and calm decision making. Striking a ground target requires accurate targeting and navigation. The more such missions are successfully carried out, the more experience pilots gain. Experience is invaluable. Now let's talk about verification. In any conflict, footage can be edited, selectively released, or presented without full context. Analysts often examine details, aircraft type, weapon signatures, terrain features to verify authenticity. Even so, the broader takeaway remains. Air engagements and precision strikes are shaping the battlefield in real time. The footage reflects not just a moment, but a pattern. Air defense and offensive strike capabilities are intertwined. Protecting the skies enables counterattacks. Counterattacks disrupt future threats, and that cycle continues. There's also the strategic messaging aspect to consider. Releasing such footage may serve diplomatic purposes. It can demonstrate capability to allies. It can influence foreign support. It can shape public opinion internationally. In modern warfare, information is almost as important as firepower. The narrative of resilience, adaptation, and technological integration can affect funding, training programs, and equipment transfers. At the same time, the opposing side may adjust tactics in response. They might increase missile salvos to overwhelm defenses. They might disperse drone operations to smaller, harder to detect sites. They might invest more heavily in electronic warfare. Conflict is dynamic. Each successful intercept and strike triggers countermeasures. Looking ahead, the increasing role of Western supplied aircraft, if and when they become operational, could further change the balance. Advanced jets with modern radar and missile systems would enhance interception capabilities. However, integrating new aircraft requires training, maintenance infrastructure, and logistical support. The footage we're analyzing may represent a transitional phase. Older platforms upgraded and used with remarkable effectiveness. It also highlights the human element. Behind the technology are individuals, radar operators tracking blips on screens, intelligence officers analyzing satellite images, maintenance crews preparing aircraft, and pilots making split-second decisions at high altitude. Technology amplifies human decisions. Without coordination and discipline, even advanced systems fail. The fact that we see a cruise missile destroyed midair and a drone base struck suggests not just capability, but cohesion. And cohesion can determine outcomes in prolonged conflicts. In the bigger picture, these events underscore how warfare has evolved. Battles are no longer defined solely by large troop movements. They are shaped by precision strikes, networked intelligence, and the constant contest for control of the air. The sky is no longer just a domain of transit. It is a domain of defense, offense, and messaging. Every interception is a small victory in a much larger struggle. Every strike carries both tactical and symbolic weight. As viewers, it's easy to focus on the explosion, the visual confirmation of impact. But the real story lies in what led up to it. The detection, the scramble order, the navigation, the targeting, and the return to base. Each successful mission strengthens confidence. Each prevented strike potentially saves lives, and each destroyed drone base may reduce future attacks. Of course, the conflict remains complex and evolving. No single video captures the full reality. But moments like this offer a window into how modern militaries adapt under pressure. They show resilience under threat, they show technology in action, and they show that in contested skies, control is never absolute, it is constantly fought for. As more footage emerges and analysts continue to study these engagements, we gain deeper insight into how strategy, technology, and human decision making intersect on today's battlefield. For now, what we can say is this: intercepting a cruise missile midair and striking a drone base in what appears to be coordinated operations is not just dramatic, it is strategically significant. It reflects a military learning in real time, it reflects adaptation, and it reflects the high-stakes nature of modern aerial warfare. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think this says about the future of air combat and drone warfare? If you found this breakdown informative, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more in-depth analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.